Do you often get to the end of the week and find yourself disappointed with all the things you didn't accomplish? Do you wonder how in the world you couldn't get more done? I'm going to share with you the secret to daily productivity. And believe it or not, it all stems from having a great weekly planning process. Hi, welcome back. I'm Jennifer Drago from Peak to Profit. I'm a business strategist who helps heart-centered, passion-driven entrepreneurs uplevel their business strategy and systems so they can have consistent 10K months while significantly increasing the impact that they're able to have in the world. For almost 30 years, I worked in the corporate world in strategy and operations of heart-centered organizations. I've seen firsthand how aligned action can increase the impact that businesses can have, and I'm excited to share that with you. I produce a lot of content on productivity because once you have a strategy and your operations are aligned, it really all is dependent on you being disciplined and having the execution of your strategy occur on a daily basis. And in order to do that, as I mentioned, we really need to focus on our weekly plan. I've created a freebie that I'm excited to share with you. You can download it from our website, and I'll link to it in the notes below. But it's a Win the Week planner, and I'm going to share with you exactly how I use this. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how to use our Win the Week planner, or how I do, to plan a productive week in just 15 minutes. So there's a few checklists in our, a few documents in our planner. The first page of the planner, and it's offered in a fillable PDF. So if you save it to your computer and then open it from your computer, you'll be able to type in it, save it, or print it from that point. And we start each week with a weekly review or reflection. This is really, don't skip this part. This is the part where you identify what worked well for you in the prior week and what didn't work well. But most importantly, I think, are the biggest wins of the week. You know, sometimes we plan out a perfect week and we don't get exactly what we want to have done accomplished, but we've had a great week anyway because maybe we landed a new client, maybe we got something done that we weren't anticipating doing. So in your first reflection, you want to list the 3 biggest wins of the week. So I had a first client meeting this week. I videoed 4 weeks of content, if I can type, and I had consistent social media each day, including a great reel. I just celebrate when I do reels because they're not my favorite thing to do. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger for you so they can see what I'm typing here. Okay. How far did I get on my big 3 priorities last week? Well, I really wanted to have my tiny offer posted to my website. I didn't get that done, but in order to do that, I had to videotape a lot, and so I videotaped all 6 of the modules that are part of Align Your Impact. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to say that I did 60% of that work. I also said that I wanted to videotape 4 weeks of content. And I did that. That was amazing. And then I said that I wanted to have my VIP day messaging nailed, and I did not do that. Did not get to that. So that is how far I got on my big 3 priorities from the prior week. We're going to talk about this week coming up in just a second. So let's say what worked well. Well, I really had some focused work time. I did good with that. My morning routine was solid. I woke up, I let myself sleep in this week. So my morning still felt a little off kilter because I was waking up late. Kilter, I don't know. And then I really, my nutrition was not a focus this week. I didn't eat poorly, but I didn't eat as I planned. And that includes water too. So just an example of things that you would put on there that things that worked well or didn't. What you want to do is identify trends so that you can fix that going forward and pay more attention to it going forward. So don't skip that step because I do feel like celebrating is really important. So your reflection back is step one on your weekly planner. Next, you want to list out all of your to-dos. And for ease, I went ahead and did that. So just focus on this right side of my list right here. In addition to all my meetings and things that I have to do throughout the week, this is some work that I need to do to continue to build my business, my assets, my messaging. And so I'm going to show you how I plug these tasks into my week in just a second, but you can list a long list there. I usually mesh my personal to-dos. In fact, let me put a couple more things on here that I forgot. I need to email um, a, the surgeon. My mom's having surgery coming up, so I need to email the surgeon. I need to plan. I need to schedule something. Schedule uh, my house painter, and those are two personal things, but I generally put both on my to-do list. Okay, so after I have my to-do list, then I come up here and I say, what are the top 3 priorities that I have for the week? And so again, I've populated those. I want to get that tiny offer sales page and assets on my website so that I can share the great work of Align Your Impact with everyone. I really need to spend some thinking time doing some messaging work and thinking through what would be the appropriate messaging as I update my website. I'm adding VIP days to my website, and so I want to plan some time for what that looks like. And then I need to spend some time planning my social media content plan for April. I don't really like doing that on a weekly basis. I'd prefer to do it on a monthly basis. And I just haven't been so great at doing that, so I'm going to spend some time doing that before April rolls around. Okay, so to-do list is number 2. The priorities for the week are number 3. Okay, then next you plug in your appointments for the week. And I've already done that just for ease. So I've put the dates in of the week, and then I've put things that are already on my calendar. And you can see from there I have some white space. I have some white space during some of my days, but then I also have times when I'm completely blocked, like I'm out of the office completely on Wednesday. I have an appointment that's going to take me out of the office. My Sunday's already planned with personal and family things. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the things on my to-do list into my calendar. And so you do that after you see what chunks you have available. But the nice thing about doing it this way is hopefully you still have big chunks of time in your calendar. I like to time block. I think it's the most productive thing that you can do in your business. And I also want to start being intentional about planning CEO days. And this is real business building work. This is reaching out for collaborations, asking to be on podcasts, reaching out to potential clients and offering to work with them. So I need to spend some time doing that, and you'll see that in my list. In fact, I didn't even put that on here, but let me CEO work this week. I want to reach out to potential VIP day clients, let them know that I'm going to be offering that. And I also want to make 10 podcast connections. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start plugging those in. I also want to tell you that if self-care is an issue for you, in other words, if you don't pay enough attention to your self-care and you need to remind yourself to take a lunch break, remind yourself to go for a walk, remind yourself when to exercise, plug those in first along with your appointments because you are important. I say this all the time. You are the CEO of your business, therefore your health is your business health. And so you have to take care of yourself first and foremost. So when you're planning your appointments, make sure you put those things in. I'm pretty good about doing those things as part of my morning routine, and I know what that is in my head, so I don't necessarily list it on my calendar, but if you need those reminders, please do. Okay, now I'm going to take the work of taking my to-do list and popping it into my calendar here throughout the day. So I don't have to put everything in there like emails and making calls. I don't normally put into my calendar, but I'm going to try to time block some big chunks of time to work on some of this writing and messaging work. So let me think about what I'm doing here. So first, I'm going to project framework. Okay, so I need to send that project framework to my client first thing Monday morning. So I need to plan some time. I'm going to start working on that from 7 to 9 a.m. Client B framework, updates, and send. So I'm going to send that out to my client first thing in the morning. I know that she wants to work with me on Thursday afternoon for edits. So I'm going to say, after I take a break, after my VIP day, I'm going to work on framework edits for client B. Okay. You could write this out too. I like to have it on I like to type it, even though it doesn't seem like I'm typing very quickly today. So that takes care of really these two items here on my list. I won't mark them off because I still want them on my to-do list over here, but I've just taken care of that. This is actually client A, VIP day. Okay, so my VIP day is here. I really need to spend some time Tuesday morning, and I'm going to, after my coaching call, which ends at 11:30 a.m., I'm going to draft agenda for VIP day and send to client A. Okay, and then I'm going to give myself a little break, and in the afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m., I'm going to work on my messaging copy for website. That's going to be my messaging work. Okay. I still have some time on Monday morning, which I'm going to take for my social media planning, because since I'm doing it for the week, media planning, posting for the week, I need that to be done on Monday. I don't like to do that first thing in the morning though, because my first thing in the morning is my creative time, and so I'm doing that later in the afternoon. Okay, Tuesday I still have a little bit of time in the morning. Let's see what I could fit into there. So prepared the agenda, I've done that. I have another time for messaging. So I think I'm going to spend Tuesday morning, I'm going to say 8, oops, let's go right up here to the beginning. Okay, and I'm going to say 8 to 10 a.m. when I'm fresh, I'm going to write my 10 podcast connection emails. Okay, and then so framework edits. Okay, Thursday's already a full day, and then Friday I'm going to consider CEO day, 8 to noon, 8 to 12, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And what I'm going to do there is finalize all the rest of my CEO work, which is reaching out to potential VIP clients, posting new messaging on website, and writing sales page for my writing and posting my sales page, posting sales page for Tiny Offer. And then by Saturday, I'm going to have, I'll spend a couple hours Saturday morning because that is also family time, so I don't want to spend too much time on Saturday morning. And I will post the rest of my Tiny Offer on the website. So let's make sure I got everything done that I need to get done this week. So I got my potential, I got my messaging, I got it updated, sales page. I have all that. I have my, I didn't spend time doing my content plan for April. So I still need a little bit more time to do that. Well, I probably am going to take more time here and go a little deeper. So I'll spend another 2 hours while I have a nice empty day for a CEO day, and I love that. I am also going to then plan my April content plan. So you can see now how it's a pretty ambitious week. I should probably now, step 6 of the plan is always to reflect. It's to go back and say, wow, can I really accomplish all this? This is a lot. And so what I would do now is I might just make some adjustments. I might take some of the to-dos off the heavier days and maybe even delay or defer one or two of these to-dos for this week, since I'm going to be out of the office and I have a VIP client day. So it'll be harder for me to get this much done. So I will probably take one or two things off the to-do list and lighten the calendar here where I need to. But you can see that the main gist of this is, plan your big rocks in your calendar that you can't move, like your client work and your appointments and your family time and your self-care time. Then see what time's available, fit in your to-dos, then sit back, reflect, and say, did I get it all? What can I delegate? What can I take off or defer till the next week? And that's the weekly planning process in a nutshell. But you can see, I think, the value of looking at your calendar in totality for an entire week and then knowing where your blocks of time are to get things done so you can plug in those important things. Now imagine you were just going day to day with a to-do list and not really kind of pre-planning those chunks of time. You can see it would be a lot more difficult. So I'm excited to hear what you think about this weekly planner, and if you try it, what your biggest takeaways were. Did it work for you? What do you want to do differently? What would you recommend that you learned in this video? Just leave me a comment below with your key takeaway. And if you know someone who would benefit from hearing this video or receiving this freebie, please share this with them, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to the content on this channel so that you'll always be updated for new videos as they come out. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.